This is the Deseret News National Edition, when your family needs to know more.
Good morning and welcome to the Deseret News National Edition. I'm Deanie Wimmer. On Friday, the U.S. Supreme Court said it would hear all 4 marriage equality cases from the Sixth Circuit. Mark Kellner joins us to explain the significance of that decision. It seems like it would be a huge decision given how many states right now have some kind of suit or have had some kind of issue.
Absolutely. This will settle, presumably once and for all, the question of whether the Constitution says, yes, there is a right for people to marry whomever they wish, or no, the states can determine and define marriage as the states see fit.
So separately, because this issue this year of legalizing gay marriage has brought so many other religious freedoms to the forefront, many states are looking to enact their own versions of the Federal Religious Freedom Restoration Act.
Absolutely.
That's a separate issue, but still related to these kinds of cases.
It would be related, and that depends, I guess, on which side of the argument you take. Supporters of these acts say, no, there's nothing about marriage in our bills. We're trying to protect people who have, for example, a religious objection to an invasive autopsy. If someone passes from natural causes and they feel religiously it would be a desecration to have an autopsy, they want to be able to say no to an automatic autopsy from a county coroner. And other religious matters along those lines. Opponents of these religious freedom bills say, no, these are just attempts to give a shield to what they would consider bigotry based on various criteria, including, in some cases, sexual orientation.
These are called, under a large umbrella, issues of conscience.
Absolutely.
And many people say that just these changes within the last year make these necessary. Others fear boycotts. So again, depending on which side of the aisle you come down on.
Well, oddly enough, it was the Supreme Court last year that was very influential in triggering this when they did the Hobby Lobby decision last year that said, yes, privately held companies can exercise conscience objections to parts of the Affordable Care Act and implementing mandates from the federal government. Then it developed that state said, well, we need to enforce and protect religious liberties and consciences for individuals and perhaps in some instances corporations in our own jurisdictions.
Why is this gaining momentum now?
Well, the federal Religious Freedom Restoration Act does not apply to the states. The Supreme Court decided that in 1997. And now that society has changed, culture has changed, a lot of people are bringing up issues that didn't exist before. And as a result, we're facing these questions in the courts, and the states, some states at least, want to resolve them.
And as recently as Friday, that the whole issue of whether the Supreme Court will weigh in is now again in fluctuation. So, Mark Kellner, we appreciate your insights and on this ongoing debate. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You can read more about this issue in the Deseret News National Edition.